Hey, welcome back. I'm Brian. You were Chords and Notes Nation. That's Alip Ba Ta, and we're going to be watching Numb. Screen's a little darker than usual. It's going to turn out just fine. You'll see. Because the way he recorded it, there's a certain glare that's coming through, so I had to adjust the contrast. Well, not really the contrast, but the brightness and the backlight. And we'll see how this goes. This is my new setup. We're doing this. There's your screen and screen because I'm raw, honest, and unedited. I don't have time to edit. There's your screen and screen. That's a television. Wow. Pretty cool, eh? So those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Indonesia, you guys are knocking it out of the park. The amount of subscriptions is through the frickin' roof. Okay? I think it's over 600 in the last 2 days. It's amazing. You guys rock. The views, going straight up. Hey, I've got Manny Vaviola. I've got Dimas Senopati. Go hit those videos. Go check those out. Let's get those views up too. And remember, the more you like a video, the more times you hit like on a video, that means that tells YouTube that people like that video, and YouTube's going to start pushing that video out more so that you get more exposure. This channel does. And we want this channel to grow. I'm raw. I'm honest. I'm unedited. People like this. Okay? You're in my living room. I'm inviting you in. You're around the world. And here you are with me. Welcome. Now, if you want to contribute to the channel, you can hit that super thanks below this video. That will help. Okay? That will help a lot. Why will that help? Well, what it's going to do is it's going to help me invest in better equipment. Right now I'm making best use of what I've got. I work a lot. This is not my main job. But it could be with your help. Very quickly, if you check out the description box below this video, you're going to find more places that you can find me. You're also going to find there's 2 ways that you can help contribute to this channel beyond the super thanks. If you want to just place a donation, get a request, a song request, or whatever it is, okay, PayPal. That's the way to go. If you want to become an official member of Chords and Notes Nation and build that community, go to patreon.com/ChordsandNotesNation. I've got much more there for you. Many more things. Recipes, writings, photographs, lots of stuff. It's fun. I want to build this. Indonesia has shown up big. Brazil has shown up big in the past. I think Indonesia and Brazil are my top 2 geographies. The United States is there somewhere, kind of in and out. The UK is there. I think the last time I checked it was 122, 123 countries that people have viewed this channel. That's phenomenal. That's great. And it's all for you guys. All right. I don't listen to Linkin Park. I don't know this song. I'm going to know it after he plays it. See, that looks really good. And he's using really good harmonics right now. And throwing those percussive notes in. Slapping the finger or tapping the body of the guitar. I'm seeing some G shapes, D shapes, and C shapes of chords. I think he's in a key of G. That was cool. Bending that string just above the nut. That's really good. His hand positions are perfect. They're where they should be. He's not a sloppy player. was really good. Okay. That was smooth. And that little run, he did a scale in there. And he may have also changed keys in that. It sounded I don't I can't identify it off the top of my head, but it it sounded like he had incorporated some notes that aren't in that scale naturally. I want to say he was in the key of G, because I was noticing those chord shapes of G, D, C, maybe like an A7 in there with a G on top of it. Um, so, yeah, anyways, there's quite a few things, like I was saying in the video, and forgive me, I'm excited. I'm excited. I typically don't talk through the videos, but this guy's got me excited. Um, and it's a good opportunity for me to point out what I'm seeing. Now, when he did that little bend of the string above the nut that gave it that little warble, that little wing, that was really cool. And that's not easy to do, especially when you have strings that are resonating, that are ringing out. Um, to be able to do that and to have that sound be precisely where it needs to be without disrupting or interrupting uh, the other strings, that's really good. I always worry about that sort of thing, like maybe bending a string out of tune, but I don't know if that, being that high up, if that's any different than just regular string bends on the fretboard. But yeah, that's really cool that he puts that in there, and he's really seamless in the things that he does. So the finger picking is wonderful. It always is. And I notice he's got his nails that are sharpened. So on his plucking hand, his nails are longer, and he's got them tapered and sharpened, much like a pick, because that's really what they are. They're 5 picks, right? And he's able to use his picking hand. Oftentimes, for a percussive note, he'll slap his thumb on the low E string, or he'll even take his pinky finger and he'll tap it on the body of the guitar. And sometimes you'll see the obvious where he takes his hand and he taps the guitar the body of the guitar at different points, just to get a certain acoustic percussive sound. And and I really enjoy that the fluidity with which he plays, and how it's really reflective of practice. And one of the things that you can tell of somebody who's very practiced is how relaxed he is. When you look at his face when he's playing, and sometimes his eyes are kind of wandering around off wherever he's looking, but he's still playing. He's feeling what he's doing. It's coming from within. Okay, music is just an external expression of what's going on inside. That instrument is an extension of that. And when you watch an artist, there's sometimes that they're just so laser focused and concentrated on what they're doing. I guess it kind of plays to what sort of um, what type of person they are, right? I don't want to go too deep into it, but sometimes people need to focus directly on what they're doing. Other times people have an inward focus where they need to look off somewhere else. You ever notice that when you're in a conversation with someone and they're thinking and they're talking to you, but they're not looking at you? They're looking off somewhere else. And it's not like they're just being distracted by what they're seeing. It's like they're talking to you, like you're here and they're looking here. Because a lot of times what happens is, as people are thinking, um, the things that they're seeing distract your thoughts. And so when you're trying to grab those thoughts out of your internal register, um, you have to kind of like look off somewhere and kind of zone out in order to concentrate. And sometimes artists will do that also. But that's also indicative of them being such masters of their craft. Okay? The other part of it is muscle memory. That's important. Your body is a muscle. It's made up of many muscles. And those muscles they get trained to do certain things. That's why athletes practice so much. In martial arts, that's why you practice so much. So that your body just automatically, your autonomic nervous system will just kick in and do what it's supposed to do in that scenario. And that's what happens when you practice a lot, especially with guitar and especially with finger pickers, because you have multiple digits that oftentimes have to do different things in sequence. So it's not an easy thing to do. And I love the fluidity with which he plays. I love his continual incorporation of harmonics. He doesn't overdo it. It's there when it needs to be there, and it amplifies, it embellishes. Think of music. Well, that's what really music is. If you study music at all, it's broken down into phrases and sentences, right? And if you look at language, I can speak only for the English language, but we have phrases and sentences that are ended and punctuated. Okay, and that's what all these little things are. These harmonics, these little string bends, and all that. They're punctuations on the sentence of the chords and notes that are being put together. So really cool, really really cool, guys. Start hitting those likes. Get to some of those other videos. Let's get those views up. This guy's got over 7 million views for this. Do you think I could ever get 7 million views? With your help, I can. All right. Anyways, God bless you guys. I want you to read Joshua 1:9. I want you to get it in your mind, get it in your heart, live it. And remember, Jesus loves you. Oh, it didn't work. Got a little remote. Now it will.